Hello, it is Monday, April the 5th, and I'm swimming at a pool here in my home state of Minnesota, and I go to the Bahamas on Sunday, and I'm super excited. One of the things I wanted to reflect on each day is how I feel. So last night I had nightmares, and it's pretty common for me. It's pretty rare that I wouldn't have nightmares. Almost every night I do. And they will cause me to toss and turn and wake up early and just kind of be in a panic and then try to fall back to sleep, and sometimes that works and sometimes it just doesn't. So I'll just lay there in like this half asleep, half awake state, trying to get rest until it's time to actually get up and get my kids out the door. And then once I do that, I sometimes want to go back to bed, which never works. I don't even know why I try, but I just will rest, and then I'll finally be like, all right, it's time to get up. And if I go swimming immediately, I will do well for the rest of the day, is what I figured out. I love swimming, and I usually like to swim in 3-hour blocks because 1 hour just never feels like enough. So it's just like this transformation for me of energy. All this heaviness lifts off, just physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, everything you can imagine. When I'm under the water, I feel free, like I'm intended to feel as a human being on this planet. And, certainly the scuba diving has been very, very scary and has triggered feelings of anxiety. At times I've been worried about trauma. There's been moments where when I was new with the equipment and mask clearing that I was scared because my gag reflex would get activated, or I felt like I was doing something wrong underwater and I couldn't communicate that to the person that I was working with, and I didn't feel comfortable yet with the person I was working with because I just met them. And so I would just get really triggered and want to just pop out of the water and get the regulator out of my mouth and just, have this heart racing thing that's just like, oh my God, what am I doing? I can't scuba dive. I've got too much anxiety and PTSD. But then as I've worked with the trainer at my local dive shop, and then just on my own and getting tips from Kevin via Messenger along the way, I've started to feel a lot more comfortable with all of it. And honestly, I can't remember the last time I panicked, and that's pretty good. I'm not saying that it's not still possible, but as long as I don't get water up my nose in a huge quantity, I'm pretty okay. And even if I do get water up my nose, I know what to do to calm myself down now. To get that nose plugged, swallow whatever got up there, and just breathe and wait. Breathe and wait. Giving yourself permission to just stop and be, and not feel like you have to jump 10 levels ahead of where you're at, or deny the anxiety that you're feeling, because you can't. It will take over. And just learning those skills of just self management, I guess, underwater, and practicing different things to see, oh, this is what happens when I move my hand on my mask here, and this is what happens when I really put a forceful blow of air out. I get a lot of water out, and it's just like learning all those little things about just how you're gonna go about doing scuba diving, and it might be different from what other people do, but it's what works for you. So anyways, I just wanted to reflect on just how much water is just so calming for PTSD. Even if all you're doing is swimming in a lap pool every day, it's a release that I'm really grateful for. And I'm actually getting really bored looking at black tiles and blue tiles. So I've been playing music in my earbuds. So I actually can't wait for the Bahamas to actually see something cool underwater that's like alive besides other people's legs swimming in the pool. So anyways, I guess that's all I have to say about the healing effects of water and trauma, and how powerful learning the skills of scuba diving can be in learning to regulate your own anxiety, and then giving you confidence that you can do something really hard. You can face your fears and overcome them.